Welcome to SCI Discovery Chronicles. Today, we're delving into one of the most fascinating and transformative topics in the realm of biology, the genetics of evolution. Ever wondered how tiny changes in DNA can drive the evolution of entire species? Join us as we uncover the intricate dance between genetic mutations, natural selection, and evolutionary change that has shaped life on Earth over millions of years. Introduction: the blueprint of life. Every living organism, from the smallest bacteria to the largest mammals, is governed by a complex code known as DNA. This blueprint of life carries the instructions for building and maintaining an organism, and its ability to evolve has been the driving force behind the incredible diversity of life we see today. But how does this process work? How do small changes in DNA lead to significant evolutionary transformations? In this video, we'll explore these questions and more, revealing the power of genetics in shaping life on our planet. Section 1. The basics of DNA and genetics. To understand the genetics of evolution, we first need to grasp the fundamentals of DNA. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is a molecule that carries the genetic instructions used in the growth, development, and functioning of all living things. It is composed of two strands forming a double helix, with each strand made up of a sequence of nucleotides. These nucleotides are adenine, cytosine C, guanine G, and thymine T. The sequence of these nucleotides encodes genetic information. Genes are segments of DNA that contain instructions for building proteins, which carry out various functions in the body. Variations in these genes, known as alleles, can lead to different traits in organisms. These variations are crucial for evolution, as they provide the raw material upon which natural selection acts. Section 2. The role of genetic mutations. Genetic mutations are changes in the DNA sequence that can introduce new genetic variations into a population. These mutations can occur spontaneously due to errors during DNA replication or as a result of environmental factors like radiation or chemicals. While many mutations are neutral or harmful, some can confer advantages to an organism in its environment. For example, a mutation in a gene might result in a protein that is more efficient at processing nutrients, which could be advantageous in a nutrient-scarce environment. Over time, beneficial mutations can accumulate and spread through a population, contributing to evolutionary change. Section 3. Natural selection and survival of the fittest. Natural selection is the process by which organisms with traits that are better suited to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce. This concept, first formulated by Charles Darwin, is a key mechanism of evolution. When a mutation provides a survival advantage, individuals with that mutation are more likely to pass it on to the next generation. For instance, in a population of beetles, if a mutation results in a color that makes beetles less visible to predators, those beetles are more likely to survive and reproduce. Over generations, the frequency of this advantageous trait increases in the population, illustrating how natural selection drives evolutionary change. Section 4. The interaction between mutations and natural selection. Mutations and natural selection work together to drive evolution. While mutations introduce new genetic variations, natural selection acts on these variations, favoring those that enhance an organism's fitness. This interaction leads to the adaptation of species to their environments over time. Consider the case of the peppered moth during the Industrial Revolution in England. Originally, the light-colored moths were well camouflaged against lichen-covered trees. However, as pollution darkened the tree bark, dark-colored moths had a survival advantage. The frequency of dark-colored moths increased due to natural selection, demonstrating the dynamic relationship between genetic variations and environmental changes. Section 5. Genetic drift and evolutionary change. In addition to natural selection, genetic drift is another important mechanism of evolution. Genetic drift refers to random changes in allele frequencies within a population due to chance events. This is particularly noticeable in small populations, where random events can have a more significant impact on genetic variation. For example, If a natural disaster wipes out a large portion of a population, the surviving individuals may not represent the original genetic diversity. This can lead to changes in allele frequencies that occur by chance, rather than by selection. Genetic drift can lead to the fixation of certain alleles and contribute to evolutionary change. Section 6. Speciation. The formation of new species. One of the most fascinating outcomes of evolution is speciation, the process by which new species arise. Speciation occurs when populations of a single species become reproductively isolated from each other and diverge genetically. Over time, these genetic differences accumulate, leading to the formation of distinct species. There are several mechanisms of speciation, including allopatric speciation, where physical barriers, such as mountains or rivers, separate populations, and sympatric speciation, where new species arise without geographical barriers, often due to ecological or behavioral differences. An example of allopatric speciation is the divergence of Darwin's finches on the Galapagos Islands, where different species adapted to different ecological niches. Section 7. Evolution in the modern world. Evolution is not a phenomenon confined to the distant past. It is an ongoing process that continues to shape life today. Modern examples of evolution can be seen in areas such as antibiotic resistance in bacteria, where rapid changes in genetic material allow bacteria to survive in the presence of antibiotics. Similarly, the evolution of pesticide resistance in insects illustrates how organisms continue to adapt to human-induced changes in their environment. By studying these contemporary examples, scientists can gain insights into the mechanisms of evolution and apply this knowledge to address challenges such as disease and environmental conservation. Section 8. The future of evolutionary science. As our understanding of genetics and evolution advances, new technologies and approaches are expanding our knowledge. For instance, genomic sequencing allows scientists to examine the entire genetic makeup of organisms, providing detailed insights into evolutionary relationships and processes. Advances in CRISPR technology enable precise genetic modifications, opening possibilities for studying gene function and evolution in unprecedented ways. The future of evolutionary science holds exciting possibilities, from unraveling the mysteries of ancient genomes to exploring the potential for synthetic biology. As we continue to unlock the secrets of DNA and evolution, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complex and interconnected web of life on Earth. Conclusion: the power of genetics in evolution. In conclusion, the genetics of evolution reveals the remarkable ways in which DNA drives change across generations. Through mutations, natural selection, and genetic drift, life on Earth has diversified and adapted to a wide range of environments. Understanding these processes not only illuminates the past, but also informs our present and future endeavors in science and medicine. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the genetics of evolution. We hope this exploration has provided you with a deeper understanding of how DNA shapes the living world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below, and stay curious as we continue to explore the wonders of science together.